How many of you know what a deuce is? Deuce. What a deuce? What's a deuce? Oh, good. So now just take this off because you don't want to be in any area. On, deux. Good. Now, what's the next number on the? Trois. Good. And the next number? What's the next number? No. What?
Is sync, what do you know sync with? What goes with sync that you know, that you say it every year in May?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
But wait a minute. Wait. We're not there yet. All we want to do is 4. Okay, good. But here's what I want you to do. Say quarter. So you know that quarter is 4, right? All right, now say 4 in Spanish. What? Cuatro? Kind of. Almost. But what we're going to do is practice because we want to distinguish each place, and all of it's based on quarter. All right? So, but now the difference is in English it becomes a Q, whereas in most of these languages it's a what? So it's a C. So C, Q, and what other letter are going to be interchangeable? No, that's going to be strange. That has to do with English. And they teach you some old nonsense in school about a hard something and a soft something.
Yes.
You know? Huh?
Yes.
S. No. You're going to, but see, that's going to be a whole different thing. That when you interchange C, Z, and S,
Okay.
that's going to be different.
So what'd you say now? Which one did you ask?
Q and C.
We're dealing with C, Q, and K is going to come in, but that's different also. See, K, how does K come in? What happens is the Greeks have these words dealing with K. All right? The Romans, when they get the word, they take all the words that the Greeks had dealing with K, and they change it to what?
C.
They change it to C. But before that, C's weren't really used. When you go into hieroglyphics, right? What you call a C was not used in the hieroglyphics. What is the C in the hieroglyphic?
K.
Well, no, yes, it's the same as G. It's the same as G. But no, K is not. Now, what we're looking at is this. Where is she? Kennedy.
Yes, sir.
Come up here to the board and draw a cartouche. A cartouche. A cartouche. Now, if you don't know what a cartouche is, tell me that you don't know what a cartouche
I do
is.
not know what a cartouche is.
So what should you do?
I should get the dictionary.
Makes sense to me. So now somebody is not paying attention to what you just figured out to do, Kennedy. And you ought to pay attention to the fact that somebody is not paying attention because you have earned the unwanted, what should we call this? Where you got to be responsible for a bunch of knuckleheads. You understand? So that means you have to pay attention to knuckleheads. So when you see them behaving like knuckleheads, what am I asking you to do? Well, I'm not really asking you to correct it because you might try to jump on somebody. No, you're not trying to correct it. But I need you to get their attention when they're not doing what they're supposed to do to learn something. All right?
Can she do it by setting an example?
She can definitely do it by setting an example. But that's what she was doing now. And I'm suggesting somebody's not paying attention to her example. Now, what is the cartouche? I'm waiting. You know what? When I know you were supposed to practice looking up things in the dictionary so that you could get to less than 30 seconds. Why are you still looking up cartouche? You know why you're still looking it up? Because you can't find it in those dictionaries. But now, if you listen carefully, what you will hear, instead of cartouche, you will hear carton. So look up carton. Like a carton. Do you know what a carton is? If you know what a carton is, now we got to find the root of the word carton. What?
Isn't
or the cognate of
See
the
the
word
hand
cartouche?
right here.
Cartouche is in the dictionary.
Stiff paper.
Oh, so you found cartouche. Is there?
Yes.
He found it? So, who found it?
Was I here? She gave
Well, Zaire, read it to us then.
She found it in this
it to me.
Oh, good. Well, somebody got to read it.
James.
Who's going to read it?
Here.
Do you want what's in the brackets or
Always.
Yes, I go along with Mr. Brown.
Always.
He said he wants what's in the bracket always. I'll go along with that one. Well, let's go.
French? It's cartoco, cartage, roll of paper, carta, paper, see card.
Good. Great. And it should give you an example in there of what a cartouche is. Now, if it doesn't give you an example, don't worry about it. You're going to come across it eventually. So now, all you good African folks and Egyptians and stuff, tell me what a cartouche was used for in ancient Egypt, or Kemet, Achabulan, or whatever you want to choose to call it.
To document events.
What?
To document.
I would bet you any money that if you go and see what's the guy's name that told y'all what all this stuff in the hieroglyphics, what it means? What's his name?
E. Wallace Budge.
Sir E. Wallace Bulge. And y'all believe that nonsense. Ain't that something? Okay. All right. Take and draw a rectangle. Now I want a vertical rectangle. Just draw me a vertical rectangle. That's horizontal rectangle. I don't want a horizontal rectangle. I want a vertical rectangle. That's close. That's close. That'll have to be good enough. All right. Now, what would happen is they would put different hieroglyphic pictures inside of that rectangle. So, what hieroglyphic picture are you putting in there? That's an ox. So, now understand, we're not dealing with the old alphabet. We're dealing with one of the last alphabets that came into existence. That is what they finally deciphered in what is called the Rosetta Stone. Does everyone know what I just said? What did I just say? Rosetta Stone. Daniel, what is the Rosetta Stone? Well, what should you do? Zaire, what is the Rosetta Stone?
The only thing I know about is a Rosetta Stone. There's an app called Rosetta Stone, and I use that to learn different languages.
Good. Why did they call that app Rosetta Stone? Ah, you learn languages. Well, what's going on with this Rosetta Stone?
They learn languages first.
Good. So what is the Rosetta Stone?
Yvonne?
Miss Kennedy? Everyone, tell me what the Rosetta Stone is. Is everything.
You look it up in your dictionary. Look it up. Rosetta Stone.
I'm so happy you come. I hope. Did you come to see me?
Yes.
Well, hey, thank you.
Came to learn.
Oh, good. Everyone, does everyone know that person sitting in the back?
I've seen it before, yes.
You've seen her before.
Class.
You need to introduce yourself so that she knows you and you know her.
My name is Brandon, and I remember that you were passionate about Bessie Coleman. Mm-hmm.
And she's the director of the Betsy Coleman Foundation. Yes.
I found Rosetta Stone.
You what? You say, whoa. Did you dare say to me that you found Rosetta Stone?
I found Rosetta Stone.
I like that. Let's go. You're getting distracted You're getting distracted. Daniel, are you distracted? What's distracting you? Read it to me then. He's what?
What you know.
Lit small rows from old friend from rose from Latin rosa.
No problem. That's a start. What else do you have? Zahir?
I have from Rosetta Stone a tablet of black basalt
Good salt is good enough.
found in 1799 at Rosetta, a town.
Be careful with those dates. It could be 1799. It could be 1795. It depends on what book you're reading. All right, now, who actually found, or who is giving credit for finding the stone? It doesn't say in the book. Well, keep reading to us what you've come across.
A town in Egypt at one of the mouths of Nile because it.
Stop. I don't like that. Whatever you did, I don't like that. Try it again.
A tablet of black basalt found in 1799 at Rosetta, a town in Egypt at one of the mouths of the Nile.
Good. What is the Nile? It's a river. Go over to the map and point it out to me. Put your finger on the Nile. You look like you're searching for it. Where are you searching? Where are you searching? In Africa. Where in Africa?
Mostly in around Sudan.
You're okay, no problem. So, what are you doing from Sudan? And it may be a good place to start. Put your finger on Egypt. Okay, now you have your finger on Egypt, right? Now, if you go downward, tell me all the countries you go through. Let's go.
Okay. Egypt, Sudan, down, Uganda.
You said what?
Uganda.
Uganda. Do me a favor, okay? For the rest of your life, change that to Uganda. Ooh, not you. All right? Now, do you understand? Give me the vowels in Latin.
A, S, E, O, U.
Right.
Now, did you just hear yourself?
Yes, sir.
So do not say Uganda. It's going to make me think that you are the people who actually named that place, like they named Nigeria. How do we know they named whoever they are? They named Nigeria, and that the Nigerians had absolutely nothing to do with naming the place. How do we know that? Yes, we do. How can you figure it out?
Researching.
How do you research it? How about this one? The languages in Africa have a sound relative to what we call vowels that are very similar to the sounds in Rome, or the Romans had. Put your finger on Rome. Is that the boot? All right, now, remember from the boot, you find everything else. From the boot. All right, what were we looking for earlier?
The Nile River.
Good. So if your eyes can go directly to the boot, right? Now, come below the boot, and you're going to be in a body of water. What is the body of water?
The Mediterranean Sea.
Tell me what the word Mediterranean means. Doesn't mean What did you say? Medi is what? Middle. Keep going.
Terrain.
Terrain is what? Earth. So now you're saying Middle Earth. Good. So what are you saying? What are you saying when you say subterranean?
Under.
Below the earth. Below the earth. What are you saying when you say extraterrestrial? Above or outside of the atmosphere. That's right. Well, what does terrestrial have to do with terrain? Like in Mediterranean.
The earth?
Okay, but what are we dealing with Earth?
Rock.
Let's start with
Rock.
what?
Rock.
Rock, no. What?
Terrestrial.
Land.
Yes, but let's deal with, what's your name, Terry? Who's Terry? Is that Terry?
Yes, sir.
So now, what we're going to do with Terry is we're going to go to terrestrial, territory, tiara, anything that's going to all deal with what we call Earth. All right, subterranean, Mediterranean. The Terranean part is dealing with Terrence. You got it? Tierra. Okay? Tara. I don't care which way you do it. You're going to get out the same thing, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where are we? Mediterranean?
Yes, sir.
Where do we get, how do we get to the Mediterranean?
From the boot.
From the boot. So now, go down to Mediterranean, now go down again. Are we in Egypt?
I was first in Libya.
Libya. So you mean to tell me you can go straight out of Italy and be in Libya?
It's black.
Yes, sir.
What?
At one time, would that have been a part of Egypt, Libya?
Wait, what has been part of Egypt?
Libya.
Matter of fact, all the way to China
Yeah.
would have been a part of Egypt.
So we talking about some ancient maps now.
Kind of. But this is before maps.
All right.
This is before maps. Once you start with maps, now you're going to have to date yourself. Where are you?
Oh, man.
Where are you? When you start with maps, where are you?
1400s.
If you start in the 1400 with maps, you're going to be in Portugal and Spain. But it's not Spain yet. All right, it's Portugal. So now, prior to that, who had maps?
China.
The China. That
The
makes-
Chinese had maps, but I'm not looking for the Chinese.
Oh, the Africans. East
What
Africa,
Africans?
East Africa. Oh,
Go to a place that you now call Turkey.
oh.
Now go backward. Tell me what it was before it was Turkey. Istanbul. Constantinople. No problem. How did it become Constantinople?
Constantine made that a capital, right?
So he made it Constantinople. He named it after his sister.
The noble. Okay.
His sister. Not Constantine. He names it after his sister. All right? But what is he trying to do? He named Constantinople because he was creating something. But Constantinople becomes what?
Wasn't it the capital of Rome? Was it?
Istanbul, someone says over here, but hold on. Istanbul is actually going to be a part of what empire? Ottoman Empire. Prior to the Ottoman Empire, it was what? Who? No, Persia is in Iran. Today, Iran. But Persia is very important in the what we're doing. What I want you to get back to, based on how they have the history books written, I'm not trying to argue with them. I want to use their history books. But what we got to get back to is the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, Byzantine, I think is what they taught you in school. I don't use the term Byzantine. I use the term Byzantine Empire. All right? Now, wait a minute. We're talking about empires. You have your finger on something. What do you have your finger on, dear?
I have my finger on the Nile River.
You found it. Which Nile did you find? The White Nile or the Blue Nile?
A lot of Niles.
Oh, a lot of Niles. Well, tell me some of the Niles that you found.
I found
Good.
the Blue Nile and the White Nile.
Good.
And then it just says the Nile.
Good. Now, trace the Nile, follow the Nile River, and now I want you to understand, this is the only river on the planet that runs south to north. Oh, wait. No, there's another one. There's one other one. No, the Mississippi runs north to south. All rivers on this planet run north to south, except the Nile. But there's another river that runs south to north. What is it?
The Euphrates?
No! What is it? No. No.
Where, give us a hint. What continent is
How about
It's
it?
your
Amazon.
bloodstream.
Oh.
It is a river. It is a river. It actually runs against gravity. This is the weirdest thing on the planet. And you better try to figure this out, because something happened on the planet that causes the Nile to do what it does. And a lot of people make up all kind of nonsense, and it's not that. There's no spooky stuff going on here. But I do think that it is relevant that we learn about how the blood runs. Which direction is your blood running through your body? Which direction is your blood running through your body?
It makes a circle then.
It makes a circle. All right, which direction does the circle go in?
It comes
North,
out in
north
order.
to south and then
It
back
comes
up.
out in that
When you
order.
look at the clock up there on the wall, what direction is it going in?
That's clockwise.
It's going clockwise. But here's the thing. When you say all is well, which I think is swastika,
Well, it's off.
well, one thing I think that we're going to have to do is we look at the original swastika that all you Africans and Egyptians like to talk about, what you'll see is that it's going counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Now, what do
There's a
you
lot of them
notice?
too.
What?
There's a lot of variations. A lot of places use the swastika, or what is called. What
The
it's
one
called.
place that I know about in the United States that uses counterclockwise is which way did you run when you hit the ball at home plate?
Baseball.
Which way did you run?
You ran
Counter.
Counterclockwise. So you know what? What now?
Throw it on.
No. You ran to first base. Where's first base? It's counterclockwise. It's counterclockwise. Now understand something. Who was the man that designed baseball?
Some German man.
So you say, some German guy.
I-
Who was the man that designed baseball? Now I know all y'all got your phones and they're getting ready to click up, and everybody likes to go to their phones, they answer stuff. But you need to understand who they give the credit to. I think they give the credit to a guy named Doubleday. Now I'm not giving him the credit personally, but let's just go along with what the fairy tale says. All right? He designed baseball. Well, how did he know anything about counterclockwise being when something is well? Versus clockwise. Now, who invented the clockwise swastika? Who invented the clockwise swastika? You say the Hindus. I don't think so. The Hindus use the counterclockwise swastika.
Did the Africans?
The Africans. No, I think the first clockwise swastika came into existence under a man by the name of Adolf Hitler.
That's right. He had that design.
But he didn't design it. Who designed it?
Oh man, I knew it.
What?
Swahili?
No, look up swastika. That's what I said. Swastika. If you don't know what I'm saying, what do you have to do?
Clifford Black, why you on it? I don't want to leave the Byzantine Empire.
I'm not leaving them.
I
Trust
want to
me,
get
I'm not.
back
Okay, let's get back then.
while we're waiting on the swastika. So that was Eastern Rome.
When you say Eastern Rome, see, here's the thing. Rome, I don't know what you mean by that. What happened, they're creating what they would call later the Holy Roman Empire, the Catholic Church. But that comes later.
All
That
right.
comes later.
So the Byzantine Empire, was that a result of Rome in a flux? Was it a result of?
No, this was those people creating their own systems, their own cultures. And they're the ones that created the first maps. The people that you would eventually, I think you said Istanbul or Turkey or somewhere, they created the maps long before the maps that y'all think were created by the first folks that could navigate the planet.
So what you're saying is that now the maps, those are topologists.
Well, topologist is one who creates a map giving you a legend showing you the topography
Yeah.
on the map. But that is just someone
Cartographers.
is a map maker.
Now, what I'm asking is, what area of the planet did they have maps for originally?
Who?
The Byzantine.
All right, now, see, this is going to get real tricky. When you say the Byzantines, are we talking about the Ottoman Empire? Are we talking
No,
about
the people you're talking about.
Okay, only thing I am suggesting that there was a group of people long before what the history books now identify as so-called Muslims. Long before that. But they had names that would actually evolve into what you call Arabic, that are very similar to Arabic, okay? They were already circumnavigating the planet. They already had maps.
What years are we talking about? What centuries?
One of the best things that you could do on some of our discs, we have something called Forbidden Planet, I think it is.
Earth Forbidden Secrets.
Earth's Forbidden Secrets. On some of our discs, we have a book called Earth's Forbidden Secrets. That can lead you to some other stuff that you can go in and do the research.
All right.
And what you'll find is that people in what they now call Turkey, they have maps that date long before these maps that we're looking at now, that they show Antarctica with a forest.
All right. It's coming. Okay. We've had this discussion.
Not only that, you've got to go and you've got to find the maps that were used by Thor Heyerdahl. Who was Thor Heyerdahl? I'll wait.
He was the one that did the recreation of the routes from Africa over to South America or to what's called the New World.
Long before anyone came up with what they call some vessel that would lead to modern ships.
He actually made the
Kon-Tiki
Kon-Tiki
1 and Kon-Tiki 2.
Now, where was he from? South America?
Oh no, he was from Norway or Sweden or somewhere over there.
And he went to South America?
No. He did go, but that's a different voyage. In other words, than she's talking about. These two different
All right,
voyages.
okay.
One is dealing with the Pacific, and the other is dealing with him proving that people out of ancient Egypt could have made the journey, and that there were those who came out of Africa long before anybody came from what you now call Europe.
But didn't these people have maps before the so-called Byzantine people?
Yes, but now we're going to get to that. But the best way to prove it is the fact that they had what is called today affairs.
What?
Now, when you saying they, you talking about the people in Byzantine?
Before the Byzantine in that area that you now call, matter of fact, what did you call it, Africa? How did we start calling it Africa? What happened? What happened? I know all of you, you've been studying with me for years.
What the word
I know
Africa
it.
means?
Oh, you can deal with that. What does it mean?
That's is a land of burning. Fire is fire.
Yes.
Ka is breath.
Yeah.
Is that land of fire and water?
Well, kind of. But what happens is that when fire comes together with vapor, you're going to create what? You're going to get water to come from what is created. The original planet was determined as what?
Water. Vapor.
It was supposed to have been, actually came together as water. What was it before it was water?
Vapor, right? Gas.
It was a gas. So what happened to the gas? It caught on fire. And then that created the water. So now, when it was water, tell me about it. What the passage says, time never was when man was not. If time never was when man was not, then it was Aquaman.